Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Civic Room, where conversation shapes the society. And today, we are live from the Strathmore Radio. Before we continue, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot go on like this. Yeah, we have all our platforms. Go to YouTube at the Civic Room, subscribe, and to the rest of the other platforms at the Civic Room, and follow us, leave a comment, like, and share. And of course, the Strathmore Radio social media platforms. And for today, we are going to dive into a very exciting topic. But before we continue, behind every student complaint, every student announcement, there is a system and structure behind it. Does that system actually works? That is the question of the day. And we have our guest here, Hashim Navid, the Secretary General of the 17th Student Council of Strathmore University. Navid, welcome to Strathmore Radio and the Civic Room.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Hussein.
Yeah, to our followers, our community of the Civic Room, and of course, Strathizens from Strathmore University have been waiting for you.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, say hi to them.
Hi, Strathizens. So this is SG speaking. And I'm here today live with Mr. Hussein, ready to answer his burning questions. You know, he's been looking for me, yeah? He's been looking for me. So let's get down to it.
Yeah, and we are glad for making time with us here. I know out there it's quite chilly.
It's an honor.
Some other people are scared because of Mandamano and those kind of sort. We really appreciate you making an effort and creating time for us.
Thank you so much. I mean, I was even passing through the CBD and it was a little bit of, yeah.
Okay, amazing. Let's start with basic. All right. You being as the SG, what does your role actually involve beyond its name?
You know, one of the things that I really appreciated to actually have this session today was that question. You know, I've wanted people to actually understand what my role is. Yeah. People just see me out there, SGO, you know, so it's not that enticing to just see someone in an office but you don't know what they actually do. So I'm very glad that I'm having this session to explain my role as the Secretary General. So according to the Constitution, my role as the Secretary General at first is to be the Secretary of the Student Council. Yes, I'm the spokesperson of the Student Council.
Okay.
Everything you hear about secretaries, things to do with minutes, things to do with arrangement of office that are provided to me and arranged to me by the president, I am to do that. Booking of venues for the council, I am to do that. But again, according to the Constitution and guided to me by the council, I am ordained to be in charge of the international students on behalf of the Student Council. That is my role as the Secretary General.
Oh, wow, amazing. And for sure, at Strathmore University, we have numerous international students, right?
Yeah.
How
definitely.
is it working with you right now? Are you adapting? Because I know you being a Kenyan and I know you have been interacting there maybe in class.
Yes.
But the big difference here is that you're playing a big role as a leader now. Yeah.
Definitely.
Representing them here.
Definitely. I'm even not coming up, but I've been working on a system and a system that has been in place, a system that has been there, a system that has been available, but that was not working. So I have revived it. I have put it into practice. I have created a whole framework. If I will have time during this session, I will be able to explain my success as the SG.
Okay, all right. Is there a framework for the international student? Because we will have to, let's say, a bit prioritize them here in our question.
Yes.
Do you have a framework maybe for them?
Well, the framework I am talking about is on the buddy system. Are you aware of the buddy system?
Okay.
Are you aware of the buddy system?
There are many students over there that really want to hear about it.
Okay, so the buddy system, Strathizens, is a system that was there, that has been there, and that will always be there thanks to my effort. And the system is all about the international students. These international students come from wherever they come from in the diaspora. They come to our country, Kenya. They come to Strathmore University, and they are very blank. They are very green to our environment. So what to do next? What to do next is create a system that was created by the Office of the Dean of Students, by the Student Council, to integrate, to help these international students integrate softly into the country and the university. So that is what the buddy system is.
Okay.
So basically, an international student comes into the country. Even before they get into the country, they receive an email upon acceptance into the university.
Okay.
And then with that, they get to apply into the portal to be given a buddy, in which this buddy will help them around the university, as I've explained what the buddy system is all about.
Oh, okay. It's actually, which means, let's say during what people in high school usually call, like having a father figure, or what is
something like that.
In girls' school usually call like a mom or something.
You do
someone
realize,
to guide you around.
Yes. You do realize we have peer-to-peer mentoring as well.
Yeah.
So it's almost sort of like the same concept, but now this one is not a mentoring session. This is just a buddy, a friend that will help you, understand the university, know your way around,
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Actually, I thought, hey, the international students are enjoying more than us. Because we already know the system and how we Kenyans are.
Definitely.
Wow. That's amazing. Will you say your role or your seat is more of influence or coordination?
It's more of coordination. It's more of coordination, I believe so. Because why? I work hand in hand with an association known as CISA. Strathmore International Students Association, a body that is designated specifically for the international students to make them feel at home, to make them have a family here at Strathmore.
Oh, wow. And to those international students, I hope you're enjoying Navid's leadership, and he has been guiding you, of course. Yeah. Okay, let's jump into this. Walk me through maybe your week as SG, being through the school every now and then, serving your term as a leader?
It's really not easy. Okay, I come in the morning at 8, grab a coffee at the coffee bar, and then perhaps look at my timetable for the day or for the week. Perhaps maybe if you have a meeting with the council, if I have a meeting with my own subcommittee, if I have a meeting with the International Students Association, CISA, or any other person, any other strategian who needs my listening. So basically look at that, and then of course attend my classes as I am a strategian as well. And then what else? I also look into clubs. I'm also participating in clubs.
Oh, which club is?
Actually, I even participated in the first aid training the other day, and now I'm a certified first aider.
Oh, wow. Sasa mtu akianguka tu hapa
mbaya sana. I am in the Red Cross Club, by the way. Shout out to them.
Oh, nice. That's super amazing. So navigate from in between, like you as a leader, playing role in leadership, and getting into class, and also enjoying your studentship. Of course, you're being a student.
Definitely.
Besides having the leadership role, you just have to be student, get to class, do whatever others are doing. Maybe, as you said, in the Red Cross. Tell me about it.
I mean, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. It needs strength. It needs focus. It needs patience. Patience. One of the key factors that I believe I follow in terms of my principles and my religions. So basically, I have a responsibility. I took it upon myself, to become a student as well as become a leader to the Strathmore students. So I know it's a struggle. It's a bit of back and forth, push and pull.
Have you apparently adapted to the system?
Yeah, definitely. I have. That's why I said I have to look at my timetable for the week. What's my schedule for this week, and then I have it all planned out even before I start my day usually.
Okay, so what are the struggles? Maybe a challenge, maybe a one or two challenge that you as Hashim and also as the SG and also being a student you are facing?
Challenges.
Yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't want to name them to be challenges per se, but I would like to just say that they are matters to be worked upon. So perhaps we have a better representation for the international students. Yeah, because currently, as we speak, the international students were facing recently a little bit of challenges in terms of their SBL, a bit of their WBL. So I think that's the kind of challenge that I'm looking to say that it's not quite a challenge, but it's something that the university can strive to work on.
Okay.
Yeah, and as a student, I believe, I don't know. What do you think? You're also a student. Tell me.
Okay, before that, where you say like being a student and also having played roles into with the international student, there is something here. What's something students expect from you, but you cannot actually deliver it, you as the SG and you as a student leader?
You know, as long as you're a student council member in Strathmore, the students usually shift the whole focus and look at you as the administration already.
Yeah.
That is the problem. So, you know, they demand of what they do not understand.
Yeah.
You see now. So immediately you're appointed into the student council, people think, so now Hashim can bring that difference. You know, that's the challenge that I think we are sort of having. You know, people misaligning expectations and reality. You know, of course, the expectations as a student leader, me as Hashim there in the student council, I'm supposed to be doing this and this and this, as I mentioned my roles earlier. Yeah. And then there are those reality. Yeah. That I mean, there are those expectations. Sorry, those are the reality. There are those expectations that people think now. Oh, Hashim now is in the student council. He can change our classes. You know, he can push our classes to. He can even go through. You know, there are those. Of course, there are those. There are those expectations that people usually have when they elect a student council member. They think that you can bring the change immediately. Oh,
they actually blindfold themselves and like, hey, Hashim is a whole administration.
Exactly.
Forgetting there is hierarchy in between.
There is progress. There's a whole process to be followed by an institution, even when you know, let's say, air their voices out. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. So, okay, be honest in this.
Yes.
How much power do you have as a Secretary General?
Okay, how much power do we measure it in terms of joules? You know, power is measured in joules. So,
yeah.
What do you mean, how much power?
Like, okay, things, you know, it's quite different. Recalling or having in the view of SG within a school, and also, because I know the end game here, or at the end of it, playing a leadership role counts and makes a big difference in between you and normal student, and also being as a Secretary General, comparing yourself with other secretary generals, maybe in other schools, or also in political or in leadership or in any kind of forums in leadership roles. How much power do you hold?
Okay, so just to make it clear that when you are a student council member in Strathmore University, you have not attained a political role. I am not a political leader. And neither am I enduring politics here in Strathmore. But I am a leader.
Yeah.
This is all about leadership. Yeah. Not politically, but in terms of academically. You know, I'm a student leader that leads people in the university. And all I have to do, I believe so, is that I become the bridge between the students and the administration. Now, this bridge now is where now these administrations go through first before going directly to the students. You know, they look at it as, okay, so we want to pass a message to the students, or we want to do some things for the students, or we want to open some opportunities for the students. And they're like, okay, we have a student body that represents them. So, you know, that's where they get to approach us, talk to us, involve us, and then now we transfer that to the dear students.
Okay, amazing. So, okay, with that in mind, have you ever disagreed with the administration?
We've had such before. We've definitely had such before. You remember the time people were queuing up, you know, like a very long line in STMB?
Yeah, actually, I was on holiday and I saw it on TikTok, and everyone was like,
yeah. So that was the time that I think we had a little bit of back and forth. But I believe that's not to my point to explain. Maybe the other council members, including the academic representatives. But that is when at least we had that push and shove with the administration. You know, like, okay, so do this. I mean, why are we doing this? I mean, this is not supposed to be like this. Or if it's supposed to be like this, it should have been done this way. You know. But mostly, I would like to say that in terms of viewing from previous council members and us, I believe that we have been one of the smoothest council you've seen around. Have you seen any clashes with any council members? Have you seen any clashes with any department so far? Yeah, have you?
Okay, there is a soft maybe alignment, everything doing, because there is a big role being played behind the scenes, with other students. They only consume the fruits that you guys have been,
Producing.
producing
Yeah.
out there, maybe navigating things here and there. Okay, let me get you into this. Is there maybe an internal politics just within you as leaders in the leadership roles, disagreement or egos, alliances?
I mean, even at a workspace, there will always be internal politics.
Yeah.
Even at a workspace, even in classrooms, even in the university as leaders, as student leaders. I mean, of course, there always has to be that aspect of internal politics, but that doesn't matter, because you know why? It depends with the kind of leader that you are.
Yeah.
It all depends on who you are. How are you to navigate them? Actually, that is one of the things that I really appreciate my Maisha classes so far, because recently we have not been dwelling too much on the stories, but instead we have been dwelling too much on how are we going to act out there in the world now that we are getting to our careers, especially now that I am a fourth year. I'm currently in my final year, and we get to talk about the things to do with internal politics. How do you handle them? How do you navigate through them? How do you, as someone who, leadership doesn't have to come with the title.
Yeah.
Leadership is all about how do you carry out yourself? How do you give out that influence? How do you show an example to the rest of your colleagues, your workmates, your fellow students? So that is what I'm saying. The important part here is not about the internal politics. It's about how you navigate them.
Okay.
How do you go about them? How do you go through them?
Oh,
Yeah.
So it means you bring about maybe a very effective leadership, effective policies, and also effective policy implementations, right?
Yeah.
I hope you're making good, and maybe you have already developed your decision-making skills.
Definitely.
I know,
and I think actually one of the other things that actually prepares you for such conflicts and politics out here or internally, is the kind of professionality that Strathmore embraces.
Yeah.
We are keen on embracing professionalism in Strathmore, including the dress code, including the mode of communication. That is why when you join Strathmore, you have to go through communication skills. So the mode of communication, the way we are to act and behave, how we carry out ourselves. So I think all that also shapes you as a person, and as well as help you navigate through these internal conflicts and politics.
Oh, cool. Okay. With that, a student often say that there is nothing happening, It's all about politics. Like they usually say, nothing is happening, blah, blah, blah. We have voted for them. We have put them into the seat. But actually, there is nothing happening. Is that a failure of communication, or is it people aren't literally seeing the results? How do you deal with that?
As I've said, I think we are one of the most working councils over time that I have witnessed so far in my tenure at Strathmore. So the 17th Student Council is really achieving a lot of success.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
It is really achieving a lot of success. And with that, I held a promise to the Stratizens to make sure, or to ensure, that these people are held accountable. How is I have a media platform by my name in Instagram, Hashim Navid, where I get to post lively news after every month. So this shows what the council has done, what it is going to do, what it has promised, what so far they have done ever since they got into power. And if you've been following that, I believe I will not hear of you saying that we are not working. Yeah, because then we are just performing. Leadership without results is just a performance. By the way.
Oh, okay. Do students usually engage enough? Or what's the gap in between participation and, complaints from students?
Okay, what I think actually is even something that I am leaning towards currently.
Yeah.
Students do not read their email. When is the last time you opened your email, Mr. Salim?
I actually open my email. I have 5 emails. I open them every now and then.
Okay, that is you. How many, in a ratio of 1 to 5 guys, how many open their emails? Yeah.
Depends. People like with Strathmore, we have a huge number of students.
Okay,
here
because most of
in
our
which you're
communications are through
representing.
emails.
Yeah.
And it forces one to do so, but how many actually do so? You know? It's like a policy that we have no one to enforce.
Yeah.
It's not being enforced, but it's a policy that's there.
Just encouraging them.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say is, what I believe in is the even theme of the year, personalized attention. Yeah, personalized attention, where I'm even carrying out a sensitization program currently of the body systems. So as I said, people don't read their emails. So the international students themselves are a bit challenged to do so. So we are able to carry out or conduct a sensitization process, perhaps next week, and we will be able to carry out that personalized attention to each and every international first-year student who requires a buddy but have not heard about it, probably through not reading their emails, or just maybe imempita in short.
Yeah.
So we will be carrying at that, and I believe that through that personalized attention, it will help this particular student know and be aware of the activities that are going on.
So what do you tell those students? They are literally waiting maybe a result from you, expecting things from you, but aren't engaging themselves with the leadership or participating into it. What do you tell them?
Okay, I would love to really tell such students to please engage with us. We are one of the most friendliest councils ever to be around. The 17th is the friendliest, the best, the most beautiful. So the 17th is actually so friendly. Engage with us. Come talk to us. It's an open door policy office that we have. So come talk to us as leaders, and we will always be there to listen to you.
Actually, one thing that I really have to give you guys your flowers is that this student council, every now and then, if I see the docket of the PR, oh my goodness, you're doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
Actually, like you're turning from leadership to being a content creator every now and then.
I mean, because that is how it's supposed to be. It should be fun. You know, in any type of thing that you do, even when it comes to religion, even when it comes to professionality, do it with regards to its principles, but make it fun. And that is the only way you will bring people towards it. But every time you see a council or you see this PR, and then you see them very serious, how would you expect people to, come to you? Yeah,
come to you. Amazing. That's thing that my goodness. Or we say like
that thing. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. So what is that one thing that students usually do to make your role very hard?
So far, my comments would be that my role has never been hard. My role has never been hard ever since I got into office, working with my own subcommittee, and I would really love to congratulate them because I'm really having a very good time.
Okay.
In terms of my docket as the Secretary General, I'm really having a good time from the students and everyone else. But perhaps it might be a little bit of that confusion that, okay, so Mr. SG, can you do this for me? And I'll tell them, by the way, this should be handled by this particular council member. Yeah.
Okay, good. In any way, has this role maybe affected your academic progress or anything of the sort?
No. Actually, it has, as I said, it has improved the kind of discipline I needed. Because again, it's just preparing me with the work, with the work environment. Because in the future, think of me as a manager. Yeah. I'll have a family. I'll be a manager at a particular company somewhere, and so that entails all my role. I'm a leader. I still have responsibilities to attend to. So as I said, it hasn't affected it because it has increased actually my discipline towards carrying out my day-to-day activities.
Okay, many students maybe or some other student can judge it maybe differently, or someone will be like, hey, unafanya course rahisi, or mwingine akozile, hey, I'm doing a course that maybe entails math and everything, reading all through. I cannot play some maybe leadership roles or take myself engaging into some activities. What course are you doing?
I'm doing BFS. I have ever heard of BFS?
Many out there are listening to you.
Have you heard about BFS?
I'm a student here and I'm planning to take that docket of yours.
BFS is Bachelor of Financial Services.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it's a course under the School of Business, and it's actually a very challenging and a bit of fun course.
Yeah.
It's a good one. But let me tell you, I don't think there is any course that's easy.
Yeah.
There's no course that's easy. Tell me one day you just sit, let's say, pursue that course and then not read about it or not push yourself to at least get the very best out of it. Tell me if you will ever find it easy.
Okay, it said nothing great is lightly found.
Exactly. So I don't believe that there is anything easy. Everything is hard.
Yeah.
But it's all about how do you handle all those responsibilities you have taken upon yourself. The kind of discipline that you have as a person.
Okay, putting that in mind, you as a financial student,
Yeah.
you as a leader, you also as a comrade, okay? How has that shaped your financial literacy?
It has really increased my financial literacy levels. Yeah. And one of the projects actually that I'll be working on in my final year currently would be in such areas where we get to entice students to actually improve their literacy levels through their engagement, through their open opportunities around the university. And that is why currently we're also having the Finance Week, if you are not aware.
I'm very aware.
Yeah, we
And
are having the
also
Finance
another
Week.
thing,
Yes.
the Money Monday is actually working.
It was yesterday,
And
yes.
Yeah. The Money Monday is actually working. And I can literally see why people prefer calling Strathmore University as a financial engineering hub.
Yeah.
You get in, you can come with your dollars, but once you come here, you will know how to use it, maybe also how to
increase
invest it.
How to increase it, exactly.
How to invest it.
Yeah.
We are doing 1, 2, 3 here and there. We are looking maybe in a way where we can invest in, within schools, and actually the many people that we are bringing that are eye-opening us as students here.
Exactly, from various banks, financial institutions. So it has really increased my financial literacy levels.
Okay. With that, what's that most stressful moment in the office?
The most stressful moment in the office? Wow. The most stressful, I think the most stressful office would be, you see, when maybe you want to have a meeting with, let's say, a subcommittee, you want to have a meeting with the council, or you want to meet a department, and then you fail to get a venue. Why? Because maybe for purposes of late planning or late acknowledging of the meeting. So let's say a meeting is just called today that, oh, you know what, guys, we need to have a meeting today, so let's get a venue. That's the most stressing part. Now, you don't know where to get the venue. Do I start with STC? Do I start with classes? Yeah, where am I getting this venue? Boardrooms. Yeah, and that's when I start disturbing Owiti's head. So yeah, that's one of the challenges, I believe.
Okay, you have been calling out subcommittee, not once, not twice. What is our subcommittee? What does it entail?
Previously, it was known of a Senate. Yeah. Now, it's with the new constitution has been reviewed to subcommittee. So the subcommittee is a group of people that will work under a specific docket. For example, myself, I have a subcommittee. So these subcommittee members work under me to ensure that I achieve my goals as I promised the strategies. Because remember, again, I am a student. So in terms of, even, as I said, having my own discipline and carrying out my duties and everything, I also need help. I also need help in carrying out all this. So you cannot kill two birds with one stone. You see?
Okay. Having that in mind, what roles do they play, those subcommittees?
Okay, subcommittee, they get to, for example, represent me, for example, when I'm not there in school. I have been away for the past 3 months, from January to March, for my WBL session. So my subcommittee was representing me in ongoing or continuing my duties as the Secretary General around the campus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's very simple and good. Mr. SG, have you ever thought of maybe stepping down?
Stepping down?
Yeah.
From this honorable role? No. No, do you want to step up?
Oh my goodness. I'm very well aware of your constitution. Yeah,
Let me
I've
tell
read
you.
it.
Let me tell you.
But one thing,
Yeah.
by the end of this year, I'm coming for that role.
Yeah, sawa. Wacha tukuone kwa ballot.
Yeah.
Sawa. We will see you there. You know, Mimi, even people were asking me, even when I went to Germany, there's a time I visited Frankfurt. There was a school that I had visited there in Frankfurt for, purposes.
Oh,
So,
great.
yeah, when I went to Germany, people were asking me, oh, who are you leaving us with? You're going, Mr. SG? And I'm like, no, don't worry. Yeah, I'm not stepping down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just going for a short trip and I'll be back.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Amazing. So actually, maybe we couldn't wait, or maybe to those who are there waiting to fill that role of SG, there is a lot coming. And of course, Hashim Navid, as our current or the 17th Student Council SG, he has already set the bar somewhere high. Hey, man, the people who are coming, you just have to do
Be
some
careful.
very amazing job,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you tell them as we close the show?
Before I tell them, I want to see you in the ballot this year.
Yeah, I'm coming.
I want to see you in the ballot. You know, we were told when we were vying that a council member carries 2 votes. Yeah, so I'm carrying 2 votes.
Do you have someone else in mind?
I want to see you in the ballot, whether being SG, whether any other position in the student council. I want to see you there,
I'm
Mr.
coming for
Salim.
SG.
Sawa.
I'm coming for
Stand out,
SG.
make a difference, and improve on what has not been done.
Okay.
Sawa.
Yeah. Of course, I will. And maybe if I won't be the one, we have many who are there and many good leaders at Strathmore University. Of course, they will serve us the best. Okay. One last thing.
Yes,
What do you
yes.
tell the Strath or the Strathizens out there that you're leading them?
Yeah, so I would love to tell the Strathmore students out there that let us demand what we understand. Yeah, it's a quote by PLO Lumumba. We cannot just demand what we do not understand. Let us understand the student council. Let us understand who is this Secretary General, what does he do, as I've mentioned earlier, and we will get to know what to demand from them now. And let's be engaging, as I said earlier. When it comes to being active in wanting to know what we have done so far, so that not at the end of the day we come and say that, oh, the student council didn't do this, the student council didn't do that. So we are doing what we can at our best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hashim, thank you so much for making time with us here. It has been pleasure having here, and of course you have been enlightening us.
Thank
And
you.
of course, right now, I know what to do if I get that seat.
Okay.
Coming the end of this year,
Sawa, sawa.
this election.
Thank you.
See you next time, wazee.
Aya, sawa.
Pamoja.
Aye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have learned a lot. We know how the SG works here at Strathmore University. We know what to expect. And to the Strathizens, you know what to do. You have been asked to be engaging, of course. Be engaging, play your roles, and everything is going to be well here at Strathmore University. I have been your host, Salim Hussein. Thank you so much, and see you in our next episode. But don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel at Strathmore, at the Civic Room. Like, share, and to the rest of the other platforms, of course, follow us. Thank you so much. Till next time, we say bye-bye.